The air inside the arena was thick with tension. Spotlights cut through the haze, illuminating a ring that had seen both glory and destruction. The crowd erupted into a frenzy as two giants stepped forward, their muscles carved like steel, their eyes locked with the fire of warriors who knew only one language: domination. This was not just a fight, it was a collision of worlds. A clash between men who refused to break, refused to yield, and refused to let history forget their names. When the strongest men collide in the ring, it's not merely sport, it's war disguised as entertainment. Every era has its titans. From the brutal slugfests of the early heavyweight divisions to the modern tactical brawls, these collisions have defined what it means to be powerful. You could hear it in the first thud of a glove against flesh, the sound of two immovable objects daring each other to fall. These weren't just fighters, they were embodiments of human will. Men like Mike Tyson, whose every step into the ring felt like watching a force of nature about to detonate. Or George Foreman, whose punches carried the weight of thunder itself. Their opponents didn't just prepare for battle, they prepared for survival. As the montage of legends unfolds, you see the stories behind the strength. Tyson staring down opponents before the first bell, his silence more dangerous than any roar. Evander Holyfield standing his ground, absorbing punishment no ordinary man could endure, proving that heart and toughness could rival raw power. Lennox Lewis analyzing every movement like a chess player, then striking with surgical precision. Each fight told a story of grit, fear, and pride. A story where no man wanted to blink first. Then came the new generation. Fighters who combined the brute strength of old-school warriors with the precision of modern science. You could see it in men like Deontay Wilder, whose right hand seemed capable of rewriting destiny in a single swing, and Tyson Fury, the giant who turned unpredictability into an art form. Their clashes weren't just fights. They were statements that power alone isn't enough. It's the mind behind the muscle that determines victory. But the magic of these encounters lies not only in the brutality, but in the psychology. When two alpha predators share a ring, something primal awakens. The crowd feels it, the anticipation, the danger, the raw human drama unfolding punch by punch. You can see the sweat glistening under the lights, the blood mixing with determination, the crowd's roars echoing like thunder in a storm. For those few minutes, time stops. Nothing else matters except who can endure the longest, hit the hardest, and rise when every part of their body screams to stay down. There's a strange beauty in watching strength meet strength. It's a reflection of humanity's oldest instinct, to conquer and survive. Every knockout tells a story. Every fall reminds us that even the strongest can be humbled. Yet what separates these men isn't just their ability to inflict pain, it's their ability to rise after taking it. They're gladiators of the modern world, stepping into arenas not to destroy each other, but to remind us what resilience truly looks like. The montage moves from ring to ring, from era to era. You see Muhammad Ali's poetic footwork as he danced around monsters twice his size, proving that grace could triumph over brute force. You see Joe Frazier's relentless hooks, the kind that could drop walls, and Ali standing in the middle of that storm, smiling, daring him to try harder. You see the late nights, the training camps, the quiet moments before the chaos, the calm before men turn into beasts. When the strongest men collide, they carry more than just physical power. They carry pride, legacy, and the burden of expectation. Behind every fighter is a lifetime of sacrifice, 1,000 mornings of running before sunrise, of pain pushed beyond breaking, of hunger and hope intertwined. The audience sees only the violence, but real fans know that beneath every punch lies years of self-discipline and suffering. There's something eternal about these showdowns. They don't just fade into memory, they become part of the mythology of sport. Every fan remembers where they were when Tyson flattened Spinks in seconds, when Holyfield shocked the world by breaking the unbreakable, or when Wilder and Fury created one of the greatest trilogies in modern boxing. These moments transcend the ring, they define eras, inspire generations, and remind the world that even in the age of technology and convenience, raw human strength still commands awe. The compilation slows down, showing fighters embracing after wars that left both broken and proud. That's the paradox of combat sports, the mutual respect between men who've tried to destroy each other. They understand what few others can, that real strength isn't about domination, it's about survival, endurance, and heart. In those final moments, when the sweat and blood have settled, they shake hands, not as enemies, but as warriors who've earned each other's respect the hard way. And then, as the lights dim and the crowd begins to fade, The echo of their battles lingers. Somewhere out there, another fighter is watching, dreaming, training to one day step into that same ring. The cycle never ends. New giants will rise, new rivalries will form, and the world will once again hold its breath as strength collides with strength. In a world where words often mean little, where noise fills every corner, these collisions remind us of something pure and primal. The ring becomes a truth-telling arena, where talk ends, and only courage speaks. When the strongest men collide, it's more than just a fight. It's a test of human limits, a dance between power and will, and a spectacle that captures what it means to never give up, no matter how many times you fall. These moments live forever, replayed in slow motion, remembered by generations, inspiring the next wave of warriors. The legacy of strength isn't just about who won, it's about who dared to step forward when fear said stop. It's about those who refused to quit when everything hurt. It's about the few who proved that true power doesn't come from muscle, it comes from heart. And as the final images fade, the knockouts, the tears, the triumphs, you can't help but feel that deep, unshakable thrill that only combat can bring. Because when the strongest men collide in the ring, they don't just fight for belts or fame. They fight for something much deeper, for honor, for legacy, for the eternal right to say, I stood my ground. What about you? Do you think today's fighters still carry the same fire as the legends who came before them? Who, in your eyes, represents the true spirit of strength and perseverance in the ring today? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more epic stories from the world of combat, where legends are forged and power meets destiny.